Hello, good evening, everyone. Is my voice audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Okay, Chala. So, yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
sir.
Kindly mute your microphones, okay? Like whenever I ask questions or whenever we interact, like we can, that time you can, unmute your microphones, right? So, welcoming you all once again to this Achievers Academy NPHC online crash course. So, in today's class, the first class, we'll be discussing all the nitty-gritties of exam, right? Okay. I believe
Got it.
there are many people who are joining class for the first time, right? Like civil services class. Okay, I believe there are also many people like who must have been veterans, like who are trying to like take this course for revision, like the final revision before prelims comes. Okay, so this online crash course is designed for those who are preparing for like preparing fresh for class. Also for those like who have been preparing intensely. This could be one quick revision. All right. But in tonight's class, I will take it this way that everyone is freshers, okay? So that those who are joining class for the first time, they can also get a grasp or get to kiko NPSC la taste कैसे दे पावले ना. So in tonight's class, I would like to discuss the nitty-gritties of exam. The NPSC exam कैसे है, who is eligible, NPSC pass होले की job पावो, किना prepare go लगे, कौन दो books sans पावो लगे, right? From which areas questions are like majorly asked. Okay. Can I quickly okay for those of you who have been giving this exam like for 2 3 4 times, just give a thumbs up so that I'll also get to know the mood. You have been giving this exam like for quite some time, like 2 3 4 times. Okay. So thank you. If you raise your hand, like chances are I won't be able to see it. So better is if you can put the thumbs up there. Yeah. Chalo, thank you. Can I also see the thumbs of like those who are preparing this exam for the first time? Like the first time exam that you will prepare, guys. Like you haven't, attended any coaching prior, like freshers. Okay, good number, good number. So we have people. So it's a mixed class, a mixed class. But the first class is basically targeted for the freshers. Okay. So veterans can, seniors can, a lot boring me like it operate. Okay, but you can also contribute here and there. Okay, like wherever you think like I miss out or like things which you want to add, you can always add here. All right. Now for freshers, please remember this: you are entering a very important exam. Okay, you're entering a very important exam. You're going to give NPSC exam, right? So what does NPSC stand for? It stands for Nagaland Public Service Commission. Okay, I once asked this question in one of the normal classes. What does NPSC stand for? And I got a wonderful response. Someone responded, Nagaland Board of School Education. So those are the kind of response like which you shouldn't be giving here on from now. Okay. So NPSC stands for Nagaland Public Service Commission. It is the highest recruiting body in the state. It was established in the year 1965. Okay. That there are so many other recruiting bodies like NSSB and even the departments. But fortunately, I mean, luckily, Nagaland government is doing away with departmental exams. Okay, so all those middle class jobs like LDA, they are also being recruited through exam. Okay, so preparing for NPSC, you should take it this way, like you are trying to become a gazetted officer. Okay, so as future civil servants, as an NPSC aspirant, you shouldn't consider yourself as a normal citizen, but you should consider yourself as one of the highest citizens. Okay, you should talk like an EAC, walk like an EAC, even think like an EAC, eat like an EAC. Okay, like in Nagaland, like we find it's very disgusting. Like some jagah thuki thuk na. Like people will be driving Toyota car or like they'll be going in like Innova or Toyota we will still see rappers coming out of the windows. So this is one of the reasons why our Naga society is still very backward. We're still in the barbaric society. Okay? But hopefully after tonight's class, we'll change our mentality towards being a civilized society. Okay? So this date was already asked in exam. In which year was NPSC established? NPSC was established in the year 1965, and currently it had one chairman and four members. Okay. So first chairman was also already asked in exam. First chairman of NPSC was K. Sachida Nandan. Already asked in exam. So initially, when NPSC was established, there was only one chairman and two members. This NPSC will never ask. The NPSC has already asked this. So in case initially it had one chairman and two members. Now that is expanded to one chairman and four members. So chances are if you crack prelims, if you crack mains exam, and you went to sit for interview, then this chairman, four members, one IASN, one IPS, they'll be able to grill you. Okay. So NPSC is a very fascinating exam. And NPSC is one such exam which demands you to know everything under the sun. Okay, so preparing for NPSC is very fascinating. Also, I'm telling you guys, like you learn a lot of things. Okay, you learn a lot of things such that it will just change the way you see things. Okay, so for those of you who doesn't know me, maybe it'll be proper if only I introduce myself, right? Or self introduction is not required. Or should I introduce myself to you guys? Okay, very good. Okay. Some of you have already known me, and I've known some of you. But for those of you who don't know me, my name is you can call me this. Okay, actually my name is very long. So my friends and other people they prefer to call me by my short name. Okay, so you can call me by this name. I believe you can read this, right? Do you see any sir, madam, doctor, engineer, reverend in the prefix? No, right? Okay. Be very comfortable calling me by my name. Okay, that's when we'll be able to. I'll also be comfortable with you. No? If you think like, okay, he's a teacher, he's supposed to do all the talking, we're supposed to do all the listening. That's when our learning is limited. Okay, so let's try to learn with an open mind. Like I'm taking class here, but it doesn't mean that I know everything, right? Maybe some maybe so no. So when you ask questions, the time my when like must be cooling. You also give me an opportunity to learn. Okay, so you can call me by this name, and people mostly know me by this name, Pira M. Okay, so as far as NPSC is concerned, I have given this exam. I don't remember 8 to 9 times I think. Okay, I've given these prelims 8 to 9 times. By God's grace, I cracked prelims 5 6 times. I faced interview for 5 times, and by God's grace, I cracked NPSC exam 2 times. Okay, and currently I'm serving as inspector of excise. So NPSC like teaching has always been a passion. Okay, so even after I got a job, like I continue teaching. Okay, na janelevi manoye jani ni shikai nisna jani ni shika. That's something I like. Okay, it's
Yes,
something like
sir.
which I enjoy doing. Okay, so you also must have came across some Nagaland books, right? Like
No, sir.
those books. Okay, you'll find two books in the market. One is Nagaland Encyclopedia, and the other is Comprehensive Book on Nagaland.
Okay, sir.
Okay? So these are two books, two Nagaland books which you have to read, like if you're preparing for civil service exam. Okay, and people say that the person who wrote this book and us will look alike. Okay, mana ko the ye mojan sawole ki ache. Okay, so these are the two books authored by a person who shares my same name. Okay, Saisha Tala Nambi Muinisna. Okay, so people usually they get confused. I think we have some people in the audience like who have problem like they can't see the screen, so maybe we can help them. Okay, to all those who couldn't see the screen, please search the Super Top J account. Yeah, I'm on screen share ekta blink gora thaibo like the person who is talking. So basically that's me. Okay. You search Top G, you search this person with this name. Okay. Ekta mano itula naam represent good hai. Itu bisari, okay. You search this name, you search this person in the class and you pin his screen. Okay. The first online class for them be like a lot of confusion again. So we'll try to be very patient. Okay. So yeah, some people are starting to suspect that I'm the old Mui Likisni, only Muinako. Okay. I just share that we share the same name. Okay. So hope, but these two books are currently like trending. Okay. Even all the NPC toppers they are recommending these books. So for this crash course, I'll be taking Nagaland, I'll be taking geography, I'll be taking general science. Okay, and you'll find the best teachers. But crash course, unlike regular course, we may not be able to go so detailed in all the topics. So at any point of time, if you have any issues, you please let us know. Okay, you can text us, you can call us. Okay, you can ask us to repeat certain things. We'll be very happy. Okay, more than happy to guide you. Okay. So as far as NPSC is concerned, I am someone who is like so fascinated with this exam. Like you can take it this way. I fell in love with this exam. Okay? So I'm still giving exam by the way. Okay, for information, I'm still giving this exam. I may give this exam for another 5 6 years, not because I love the job, but because I love this exam. Okay, job kushi pagana na exam kushi pagana. Okay, so you don't have to feel threatened as well. Okay, it's not like I am invincible in every way. Okay. So during my early preparatory years, maybe I can also share my story with you, right? Am I supposed to share my story or like we're supposed to go share straight to the topic or the syllabus? Some people might also want to hear about my my story, like what inspired me to take civil services and stuff, right?
Yes, sir.
And some people might already know and they'll be like, not again, already jane ase, alag te jabi, to alag nula kahani pabi. But anyway, I'll be very brief. Okay, I'll take max 10 15 minutes. In normal class, like in normal offline class, sometimes I take 5 to 6 hours for orientation. Okay, but tonight's class maybe I'll take not that much. What is the time now? It's almost 7, right? Okay, so 7 baje whole I say, and it's our first class. I don't want to scare you guys. So normally orientation class like 5 to 6 hours in a law okay. But since it's our first class and Tumba bacha hamid hai pare, they were bishi diri na logo. We'll try to finish before 11. Okay, is it okay? Time bishi na logo. 11 lage the khatam kuri. Is that fine? Okay. Anyway, jokes apart. So let's see. Keman tak jawab apa so okay. We'll see. Okay, 11 tak na jawab pare maybe. Let's see 8:39. Okay. Chale, let's see. Okay. But we are trying to have fun learning. Okay. Over stress bhi na hoy. Over stress will learn bhi na hoy. Na. So I'll be throwing a lot of jokes here and there. Okay. Tumba tayo sa jokes kami moro, but that's how we all learn, right? Yeah. So let's see how much I can entertain you. Okay. And at the end of the session, let's see how much you can take home from here. All right. So coming to my civil services journey, some people may be already feeling inadequate. Maybe say, okay, I'm not smart enough. I'm not good enough. I was never a class topper. May iman bar failure che, professor failure che. I was metric TV detail bar failure che. You may be thinking like you were a second class student. See, getting through NPSC is not for brainy people. Ne? Di overbala siya, 200 lang, crack ko, misali doon. In class 12, my percentage was 47 maybe. I barely, scored pass mark in class 12. Class 12, so this was my percentage. Uh, During those days, like Mohan, PU thage, more time there, okay? So it took me 3 years to finish those class 11 and 12, which means my ekbar fail. In graduation, I took one extra year. Means I may ekbar fail using, right? Which means my dimag to over balot again. Okay. Somehow I managed to score first div in graduation. That's it. Class 12 lang sa one of the सबसे नीचे वाला position मिला. Okay. So through this, what I'm trying to tell you is, see, you don't have to be a topper to get through this exam. You don't have to be so brainy, or you don't have to be one among the top class. Okay. If you're sincere enough, and if you're willing to big it up with this smart, hard work, then this exam is for you. If not, don't lose your time. That's the what. Even in the earlier message I was telling you, I was sharing with you guys, right? When you guys are signing up for this crash course, when I sign one day, you could be doing any of these three things. Either you could be spending your time, you could be wasting your time, or you could be investing your time. Please invest in your time with us. This is saying the best investment is emptying your wallet in your head. Now going back to my story, after my graduation, by God's grace, I got a job before even my exam was over. Final exam khatam na hoye मैं एक job to पाई. So right after I finished like writing my final exam, I packed my things, came back home, and I was doing the job. Okay, my job to take. So for about 6 to 8 months, like things was new job. It was exciting for 6 months. Then slowly a voice started talking to me saying that you don't belong here. You don't belong here. You belong to a higher place. So sometimes that voice grew too loud. Sometimes that voice becomes too loud that I don't feel like going to job anymore. Even if I go to job, I don't enjoy working. Then after a couple of months, I quit my job. Just like that. Then in order to survive, I was doing odd jobs like bachange tuition diye, class 8, 9, 10 bachange diye. Yeah? Whenever is my voice cracking for everybody or is it only for Tokosu? Yeah, sometimes it could be because of your network also. Kita ba mo network di ho pare, but as far as my knowledge, my network is concerned, no, mo network to full होने bahar में गिरे है. Okay? So yeah, should be okay. My network is quite fine. Life the first time network full होने phone bahar गिरे है जी. I just realized that. So anyway, jokes apart, yeah. I quit my job and I was like jobless. To survive, like, see, after graduation, I didn't go home. I was like, from class 8 till graduation, my parents have taken care of me. So let me be accountable now. Let me try to survive on my own. Even the parents me dictate thing, right? You'll squeeze them till the last drop comes out. I was like, chalo, let me be accountable. Then when you just survive, only try to. But it's not as easy as it sounds. So after quitting my job, for some time I was even teaching in high school. I was once upon a time a high school maths and science teacher. Then I wasn't happy there because they pay you very less in high school, right? By 7 बार जाओ वो वापस out of 5 PM हो जाओ दिन भर गोला फटाइन हाला गुड़ेगो and I'll get 5K. So it's not worth, right? So I quit my job. I was like, I think I deserve more than this. At least my home tuition पहले 3,000 पहले इतना बचा गया तो दुईटा home tuition पहले 6K पाई जाए तो इधर was somehow survive करो पड़े. Okay, not luxury, but for me it was survival instincts. Okay, then for some time I was doing like this, but this was never enough to sustain. Rent did वैसे rent तेरा वो लगे बात खाने ना वो बात. I mean I have to eat something, right? So life was quite of a struggle. My initial for 2 3 years to anyway struggle गर्ने duration. I still remember sometimes I go to bed thinking कितने for broke हो जाए. I will not able to get that. For 3 months at a stretch, I was unable to pay rent. Ek baru niya tayo over broke kasi rent tera ulit personally. So sometimes I wake up in the middle of the night thinking that maybe my landlord will kick me out. Which I don't know. Question na siya. How should me tera ulit na. So during those days, if you would have been to my kitchen, or if somebody asked me, ki banai khai jo sabji ki ajo, it's always very simple. Question khatam na hogere answer ahe je aloo dal. Not because I don't like meat and stuff, but question hai na alak kini bole. Morning aloo, sham de aloo, rati de aloo, yesterday aloo, tomorrow aloo, last month aloo, next month aloo. Very simple, right? So ini aku gonna survive for next. Okay. So for once I thought like I was addicted to aloo dal. So that was my initial life. Then one day, as I was in a then one day a friend of mine, talk, like we were talking about life, kineke were talking about struggle. Then he told me, see my friend, there is an exam called MPSC. If you pass this exam, he told me in Assamese, you do exam pass hole, Dhamma Manu hai. The moment I heard the word Dhamma Manu, I felt like that was the moment I was waiting for all my life. I got a new lease of life. I was like, Chalo, it was. Tell me everything about it. I'll do everything to get there. I'll even kill to get there. That was my commitment. One passion to Sheikh Baba. So I said, tell me everything about MPSC. Then he said, MPSC pass over. You have to take coaching. You have to read a lot of books. Then you have to pass a very tough exam. Okay? I've heard about the 12th fail movie, but still today, time no price all. Okay? So that was my initial lesson. Then from then on, I made a commitment, nothing but NPSC. My NPSC pass na hata, go there will pass na daw. That was my commitment. Ekdom bango commitment yung sige mo. Then from there on, I started, preparing intensely. So during my, I took coaching for about 3, 4 months. Na coaching my accreditation, but after about 3, 4 months, I felt like, oh, daw ida nijo puro parbo wala guidance sa pag-isip bas kafiyeze. Now it will be a one-man army. So from then on, I started preparing myself. Every single day, I would prepare for 13 to 16 hours every day, daily. I'm not lying. Then I shifted, when my all of president on PG day, all of time when I PG day goes. The reason why I shifted to PG was because I want to go to a place where I will have no distraction. Friends at some computer. Okay. So during the PG days, that was like far away from Nagaland, and then more outside Deshan Bahad, self preparation. So after entering the PG, I was searching for a PG where there is no Nagas. Na mano thakala PG mo bisara. Okay? So in my PG, some simrakan na siya. Okay? My neighbor was like Bihar Dujan Thaise, Rajasthan la Thaise. My immediate next neighbor was from Maharashtra. Since everybody used to be studying in the PG, yeah, everyone was similar. Okay, so me and my neighbor, I still remember we used to meet once in the day. Dinde Ekbarlok by 6 a.m. there. 6 a.m. there, I'll be waking up, he'll be sleeping. So I'll wish him good night, he'll wish me good morning. Khatam. Sometimes in a week, do bar Ekbarlok pala you take. Because everyone is studying, like, you don't want to go and disturb them also, right? So during that time, I was using that Nokia touch phone. I don't know how many of how many of you in this class have seen that Nokia T series phone? Nokia T series. Touch phone, থাকে না, touch wala. I was using that phone. I used to on my phone once or twice a week to tell my parents that their son is still alive. Wala bacha mura na they because parents they get anxious হয়ে যায়, বেশি দূরে বয়ে আছে, and একটা anxiety থেকে যায় না. So just to inform my parents that their son is still alive, I used to on my torch. বাস ওইনাদের সপ্তাহে একবার দুইবার ফোন করবো বাস বিস্তানি ছিলে ওয়াইফাই বা আমি পুরি থেকে. So every single day, 13 to 16 hours, I'll lock myself and study. Nothing about the situation. I had all the freedom. Whether I want to sleep the whole day, no one cares. Right? Whether I want to watch movies the whole day, no one sharing. Now all the games, no one sharing. Because parents are available, I never get check coding, right? But I chose to invest my time in the books. Sometimes I lost track of time. कि देवा हफ्ता दे सामना दिखे लगी हो जाए Not because the weather was bad, but because I don't go out. Need to eat here. Yeah. So that was my initial years of preparation. And you know, NPSC exam comes how many times in a year? It comes once a year, right? Okay. Later on, I'll be sharing with you like in order to get through this exam. Kiman muna exam dali. See, last year around 6,700 people gave the exam for 89 job. The previous year, close to 6,000 people gave the exam for 150 jobs. The previous year, about 15,000 people gave the exam for 99 jobs. The previous year, 14,300 people gave for 60 jobs. The agere 13,700 people gave for 42 jobs. Now, when we see the number of jobs advertised by NPSC over the last 5 years and the number of applicants above here, do you think there's a huge mismatch? And this year, I'm telling you guys, there'll be more than 17,000 people because many graduates like you have also been added to the fold, right? See, so there's a huge mismatch here. Now you're answering yes or no. Will everyone get a job? Someone the job, all right. But someone will surely get the job, right? Yes. Someone na pauli kung ba pawala sa do na 150, 99 mano, 60 mano, 42 mano. Now the big question is, do you want to be that someone? Do you want to be that someone who want to get a job? Yes, right. Who doesn't want? Everybody needs a job, right? And right now in tonight's class, we have 480 plus. And think about the many people who are not here with us. They're also preparing elsewhere. And I'm very sure this year NPSC will not advertise 480 jobs, right? So which means among this group of class, some people are going to get a job and some may not get a job. Or whatever they can see which NPSC advertise. Job pahan sob aji class ke buhi thebo pare. But still, I don't think NPSC will advertise 400 plus jobs, right? So not everyone will get a job, but someone will surely get a job, right? Now the big question is, you all want to be that someone. So inala thagile, if you are in this halat now, itala halat thagile job pabo nagi. See, getting through NPSC is not a job. It's not a piece of job. See, I once say NPSC is a very tough exam. For me, or as a matter of fact, for everybody, NPSC is a very easy exam. But the competition is tough. Why the competition is tough is because everyone is reading the same books, right? See, it's not like NPSC is going to ask questions on rocket science. NPSC will ask us basic things, class 5 to class 10. I always say this, about 60% of MPSC syllabus is here. High school textbooks ang puri barba. Prelims aram na pass down. Whoever crack this exam, whoever passes this exam, they'll also have the same testimony. Why we ask you to go for NCRT? NCRT the kid again, high school textbooks on right. Okay. So when I say 60 to 70% of MPSC syllabus is from class 5 to class 10 textbooks, these are some things which you have already read before. These are some things which you have already studied before. But why you're taking coaching or why you're studying them again? It's because you haven't read well during those days, right? Now, I always love telling this to people, especially young people like you guys. Nagas work on the principle of rockets. Naga another rocket mission and I'm quite here. Now, why is this? See, a rocket doesn't work until and unless its bottom is on fire, right? Right? Now, how can we relate this with the Nagas? Imagine your final exam routine has come out today, and it's 3 months from now. Let's say today is 23rd of September, and 23rd of December is your final exam routine knowledge. Will you start studying? No, right? You'll be least bothered. Okay. I'm talking about 95% of the people here. There are some people who study seriously. They don't know alag species are there, okay? They are non-naga species. Naga manam usually na puri, no? But they don't know alag level. I mean, they're the yeah. So let's say your final exam routine is out today, and your final exam is 3 months due from now. Will you start studying? No, right? Why should you study? Still, there are lots of time. Yeah. But what if the exam is tomorrow? Kali as a final exam, and this exam is going to decide the rest of your life. Now, what will happen? Dia pokok dia jual sudah. Dapat sampai there. Whole night you study. You even forget what is sleep. राति भी नगुमाओ morning हो जाए फुजर हो जाए. You're brushing your teeth, you're studying. Washroom ले boy से पूरी आ जाए. बात खाए से पूरी आ जाए. Ready when college जाए से पूरी नहीं जाए से. You stumble and fall, but still you don't give up your studying, right? And when the results come out, you score wonderful marks, A plus plus by CGPA score 8 plus by but most of them, khali brain, right? No, khali. That's why Nagas, see, as per the latest Niti Aayog, we're in the fourth rank, right? When it comes to unemployability. And we call ourselves educated unemployed. See, I once happened to attend one of the events, and there Nitsuto Dulo was the speaker, Entrepreneurs Associate last CEO. So in his speech, he mentioned that educated people are never unemployed. So if you're educated, you won't be unemployed. Or if you're unemployed, or if you're employed, you're uneducated. Right? So anyway, getting back to my story, NPSC comes only once a year. And after giving this 13 to 16 hours of struggle every single day, that particular year, I remember, NPSC cut off over the previous years. Iman mission natin. Okay? Excuse me, Tunabi, can you kindly mute your microphone? Yeah, okay, thank you. So after giving this much of effort, see, NPSC is one exam which comes only once a year. Usually NPSC cutoff, uju sal आगे देमुई exam हम डालीने जाए उju साल आगे हम दे दो 87 थागे 94 थागे से our highest was 104. So that year, preparing for 13 to 16 hours every day for 365 days, prelims ऐसे डाली से. And I was scoring 123.75. So we were almost certain because it will, I guess, I'll deliver 104.33. That was the cutoff. So most of my friends were scoring like 117, no, 115 pairs, 118 pairs. So we were all hopeful that chalo, like last year the cutoff was 104. So months of exam the pass only, okay, months of exam pass only, like we were very confident we were getting through prelims. And we even started celebrating in our own ways. When the prelims cutoff came out, you know how much was the cutoff? 125. 124 point something was the cutoff. 124.65 maybe. And my score was 123.75. Cutoff was 124.65. I missed the cutoff by I think around 0.90 marks. Very painful, right? So I got a Satyan Sati both of. Everyone was like dumb. When you're scoring like 20, 30 marks below cutoff, man feel na great. Man be na when you get so close, yet you're so far. It hits differently. Then the next year, I gave the same amount of effort every day, 13, 16 hours. I even gave more effort, in fact. Our effort, Bishawala Dishi, Bishawala sincere vision, Bishawala sacrifice question. Prelims came, I gave the exam, result came out, I scored 112. And you know how much was the cutoff? 114. 114 was the cutoff. My mark was 112. Very painful, right? There is a real heartbreak. boyfriend, girlfriend, a heartbreak, ekune. It's nothing compared to this. Now, when you see your results, friends come to all eyes and they're getting the congratulatory messages, and your parents are asking you, I mean, the result, question. Worst question that really hits harder, over hard hit me. Yeah. So for a couple of months, I was like speechless. भावना भी पड़े. I can't even think straight. Don't even feel like eating. Can't even sleep properly also. After all, after giving so much effort, you're missing cut off just the 1 mark, 2 mark. When on the other hand, your friends are getting through the exam, social media sila tahan, holidays as a tour as a nijo gari lene inalten logine. And here you are, just warming your bench with no result. So literally, I was at a place, I was at no man's land. I couldn't go forward, couldn't go backwards. Man effort day actually kina give up ko. Man effort day sa na. So I was at one of the darkest phase of my life, I should say. I was very frustrated, very disappointed, full of failure, almost went into depression. But somehow there is something inside me which never wants to give up. Okay? So every time I face failure, I had this one quality to confront failure with more zeal. Mutang mana sir, paro na parile. So I was having this. Either I do this or die trying. Ito mo kuro na hili. Ito try ko mo. So next year, again, for a couple of months, like kita bi pro na pare, kita puli frustration ulit, kita patay ulit mo. But somehow I came back to track, carried my, continued my preparation, and by God's grace, next year I was able to be one among the top 60. I was successful. Next year exam preparation. Next year, by God's grace, it will picture salary someone exam pass question. So through these experiences, what I would like to share with you guys is getting through this exam, it takes time. Kumbato, some people they get at one go, but you have your own time. When your time comes, amila time harande, no one can stop you. Kumi recall no way. Okay? So sometimes when you prepare, you also should be prepared for failure, prepared to wait for your time. Okay? So through these initial failures, I also learned that sometimes God tests you. So we have to get test grade, whether you really have the patience for it or not. Right? So imagine what if I would have given up here? Question we can put it in, right? Okay. So through these initial failures, I was also and I can also feel the pain when students like example they say all of wala Williams mains passages interview all because I was also there. So I could tell them like chalo I knew exactly how you feel, give up na guri, any jari, right? If I would have go through this exam in one go, ki jane mein over putani bhi ho jao pare, right? So one thing which I would want you guys to know is don't expect a bara AC pago. See, Naga people are very impatient, right? Aji dukan kholai se, aji ekla giri wo lage. Nahile kali du dukan bon. Itu sal NPSC dise direct AC pago lage. Nahile next year do exam khatam, right? Second hand like business kuri thaibo. Ori flame khan kuri thaibo. School teacher khan kuri thaibo. Next year do shadi bhi ho jao, right? See, when you're preparing for NPSC, I want you to give 3 years. 3 solid years. In Salek. In those 3 years, you shouldn't be doing anything, nothing else except NPSC. You should have only one plan A. See, some people they have a backup plan, right? Okay, for how many of you already have a backup plan B? Chalo, if I'm not successful in NPSC, chalo mo you do plan B go, plan C go, plan D go. I think some people may even have plan till plan Z, right? See, you only have one plan A. Ekta plan ko yun. Or ito plan D focus ko yun. Now, I was sharing this once in a group, and somebody raised their hands and said, no, they do question A. So you are saying that Kali plan A rakhi was, but wala teacher sanu ko ase backup plan rakhi lagi. See, when you're preparing for civil service, you don't have a backup plan. Plan A is what? Civil service. So what if plan A fails? Now, I was answering to his query. हमने 5 years full mountain exam pass होने. चलो 6 years full mountain pass होने. Maybe civil service may not be everybody's cup of tea. सब मानो exam pass होला भी नहोबो परे. Only para खन्नो जावो लगे, right? Whoever can, they should pursue, right? So even if you are not successful, then if your plan A is not being successful, then you make another plan A. दूसरा का plan A बना लेगी. See, nowadays in civil services, like let's take the example of Roman Saini. He go through IAS, he left his job, right? IAS will give him only 1.5 to 2 lakhs per month. But through his coaching, Roman Saini came on Kamaja. Course, right? He's even sponsoring Indian team. So if you're smart enough, I'm sharing this with you guys. There is so much money in the market. Market tech पैसा विषय है. You only have to know how and where to tap it. Okay? Life to खाली civil service, really life to खाली government service. I'm not discouraging you. Whoever can, I'll push you. Para खानो जाओ लगे. Okay? And some people think that civil services like NPS exam, it's a सब तो बकवास है. People get job through backdoor. Manohan job han kinile. Politicians connected hani pai. Have anyone heard about such rumors? That getting to NPSC is a joke, or only rich people get through, people buy the jobs. See, I'm one living testimony. In order to see when I cracked NPSC 2 times, I didn't spend even single price. In fact, the first year when I got to NPSC, Nagaland speaker of Nagaland Legislative Assembly, he was Servico. Servico was the speaker from my village. Wala Bosti Manoze. Moila Babala, my dad and Servico, like, they were classmates, it seems. Okay. So she came more like dad, like funeral Levita agent. Okay. So he was a speaker. So when his PAs in my village, they got to know that I've got through mains pass Hunetan Hunaran. They started telling me, "Chalo, Janet, sir, you look pavi, Janet, I get a lot of Potagrivi, Janet, look, I get a Porsche Krivi." See, for me, I was someone like, if I get through merit, I'll get through. If not, Chadi. When you barba pile preparation, will Chadi, Manula Modun. See, after doing all the hard work, last attack over, I'm going to question. Now, you're not that cheap, right? Man, cheap, nigga. So, put on in but I was not very willing to go and meet him. And finally, somehow they were trying to persuade me. And one of our elder brothers, he told me that, "Okay, at least go and seek their blessings." Like basically, Dao Manula blessings anyway. When I heard the word blessings, I was like, "Ash, man couldn't deliver. You get what for time maybe like na." So very reluctantly, I said, "Chalo, ठीक है, मुझे जाओ." Then that morning, me and that brother, we went to speakers. So we call our board like tell office there. I mean residency speaker like residential. We went to his residence. But when we went there, we heard that he wasn't feeling very well. Gautik na in so we around 15 minutes, like we were waiting for Servico. And after 15 minutes, someone came and told us, "Okay, sir, it's not very well today. I just I'm gonna go." So I was so happy. I was very happy, not because he was sick, but because I couldn't meet him. Elected in the picture, go, right? Then interview who just said, then the was great. My name was in the list. Okay. Again, the next year, the same story happened. So if people are telling you that people get a job, all these are rumors. They don't want to study. They don't want you to study also. And sure, they know that they won't be able to get a job through this exam. So all these are just discouragements. Now think about this. MPSC comes in 3 stages, right? Prelims, mains, and interview. In prelims, there will be 200 questions All the questions will be multiple choice question. You'll have to write in OMR shading. Now, who will correct this? Humans? No, right? Machines will correct this, right? So when machines are correcting this, you haven't given your photo, you haven't mentioned your name. How will machine know that you are a fresher, you are a veteran, you are an achiever, non-achiever? Machine will not know, right? So this is pure meritocracy. Again, in mains, merit based. Maybe in interview, 55 marks. Some marking differences can take place here, but that is a different story. Okay, so at least still prelims and main stage, it's meritocracy. Okay, so then don't let people fool you into believing that people get jobs. You should. I've been there, right? And I'm telling you, I haven't spent a single money to get through this exam, like bribing people, money you push at the do like tarawin. Okay, so please believe in the exam, believe in meritocracy, believe in yourself, believe that if you sincerely prepare for this exam, then you have an equal chance of getting through the exam. It's not like yours is Dimag Diata like Dimag Bal. It's not about that. See, I had a cousin of mine who was a university gold medalist. A university gold medalist, Ajita Prelims Kekwane. Okay. So with all due respect to my cousin, what I'm trying to say here is academics are bread khan, academics bal khan la exam no. I'm telling you again, this exam is for those people who are sincere, who are consistent, and who do smart hard work. Okay? So annual 10 day the one sub you should be willing to sacrifice a lot of things. Okay? Chalo. Now let's see what are the jobs you'll get if you crack this exam. You'll get jobs like under class 1 category, class 1 gazette official. You'll get EAC jobs like DSP, video, district commandant. Sometimes they give one, two other jobs, okay, but these are the common ones. In class 2, the jobs available are assistant research officer, commercial sales officer, employment officer, local actor officer, inspector of excise, and so forth and so on. Okay, there will be many other jobs as well. Under class 3, one gets the job, you get secretary assistant, they call it SA, no? Then junior divisional accountant, JDA, then labor inspector, then project assistant. Okay? So these are the jobs which are available for you if you crack NPSC. Now, who can appear NPSC? Any indigenous Naga who is between 12 to 35 years of age are eligible to appear this. Okay? I don't know, maybe there might be some of you eligible Nahola Bihopare. So let's say you are trying to give exam in 2024. So as per the eligibility criteria, on 1st of Jan 2024, you must reach 21 years. Is it clear? 21 years punji double again. This year Jan day. If not, you won't be eligible. All this clear, right? What about the upper age? What is the upper age? Upper age limit. No, or there's no upper age limit. As long as you want to give the exam, you can give. No, right? Upper age is 30 years. Plus 5 years relaxation for ST. Plus 5 years for those who are doing government job, okay? Who are in regular government service. Okay? So technically, you can, Naga can give exam till he or she has reached 35 years. But your mindset shouldn't be here. You should be like, before 30 years of age, I must get a job. Job to pai jabo lage. Okay? Because your the earlier you get, it'll also affect your promotion, nah? Promotional score, then it'll also affect your pay raise. Okay. Now why NPSC? See, if you want to be an officer, government job kuro will NPSC DB. It don't just be you are not born to just pay bills and that, right? Or will you be happy like chalo, I'm gonna job peon chhodi paile khushi as anyone. So actually nowadays even to get those kind of job, it's not easy, right? And moreover, those jobs are reserved for land owners. Land owners kani pa ito, no? So in order to get job, like at least LD job will be, we have to give NSSB exam, right? But why we are not even talking about this is because we are at MPSC level. Kill motor exam laga kotha go, right? Because once you start preparing seriously for NPSC, once you start preparing seriously for NPSC, then what happens? Once again, NSSB will be a piece of cake for you, right? Okay. One second, some people are trying to join, but I think it's not happening. So let me just write them. One second, some people are having issues joining. Okay. Now, so I was sharing with you, you are not just born to pay bills and die, right? Ektai life pa hai. You deserve to be an officer. Downward short, right? You also deserve to be given respect by others. Manalo apni ke sir madam matul apni bhi itu tak to kuncho lage, right? So think about this. The day you crack civil service exam, your life will change. Apni life change hoga. Your parents' life will change. Family's life will change. People will think twice before they crack a job at you. But in order to crack this exam, what must you do? You have to sacrifice. Basic sacrifice kore. Like I sacrifice my sleep. Sometimes healthy sacrifice again. Because when you're changing your sleeping pattern, when you change your food pattern, when you change your friend circle, see, staying far away from home. Go to the at least subji bal biya holi we nijor ki banai na khomje khau pai, right? But when you are staying in PG, like you don't have the choice of food. Most of the time, no. Once I shifted to PG, my life, my routine, my fooding pattern was completely different. Previously, I was sleeping for the 8, 9 hours. Now I'm sleeping only 5, 6 hours. Previously, I was eating mostly rice and veggies. Now I'm eating only roti and dal. So it affected my health. Delhi, the air is very polluted. It's very congested. It's very hot. You don't have the luxury of a family. So I sacrificed a lot. I sacrificed my sleep. I got a face with a poor pimple face. And everyone was making fun of me like, "You pimple pale, you pimple family." But the day I cracked exam, some friends were like, "अरे pimple दो dimple निशान दिखे ऐसे तो," right? So this may sound like a joke, but the day you crack exam, even your pimples will look like dimples. But when I started, preparing for exam, like I just had a couple of friends, Dita friends, like, yeah. But when the result came out, I got a no, I don't know how many calls I got, and see, once you reach success, once you get success, everybody will try to associate themselves with you. I mean, la, bhai la, uncle la, chora la, neighbor la, friend. Yeah? Even if you say, hindi bajna siya, hindi lang number bin na yun, right? Ito lang bossy da ikbar log pa. Ay, si Kusheldi. So everybody will want to, associate with you. But in your serious preparatory days, you try to keep only those dedicated friends, only those friends who will help you, who will motivate you. Yeah, may some friends ang belaw jabo, okay? Now, what must you do to pass this exam? First of all, knowing the exam pattern is very important. Now, I want you to give full attention here. Exam pattern, generally, right? You know the exam pattern, you know the syllabus, and where will you find this? You will find this in the NPSC website. So after this class, for those of you who are preparing newly for this exam, like for those first timers, there were some experience. Tahan graduate Kurana holi tahan class government. So was it's all very good. You guys haven't graduated yet, but you're preparing early. So I was encouraging them to join this class actually. Okay. Graduate Hona holi weke pura the bishi balade because there's a saying early bird catch the worm. Okay, so for those of you who are preparing from now on, Even if you haven't done graduation, hats off to you. Okay, you are on your way to greatness. I think the Dharma Manohavu. Keep promoting it. Now, see, I never had this kind of guidance. Nothing about this. Me, like even after graduation, I didn't know that there is something called NPSC. How ignorant was I, right? So sometimes I used to think if I would have good guidance, but like who knows, I may be in a different place now. Alag, etas alag dangor cheri ta buhi thuni, we never will get. Wila guidance take pile, but no regrets because when udu cheri buhi thila, I won't be talking with the future bureaucrats now, future officers now. They tell you, na kotha na buhi thila mina. So chalo everything works fine. Okay. I'm more than happy where I am, no complaints. Content. So exam pattern, please go through the. I mean, this is one important thing. You have to know the exam pattern. So in order to know the exam pattern, there are a couple of things you have to do. What is the first thing? You have to know the syllabus. Syllabus, not in exam, the other, it's like you're going to war without hatir. Huh? So if you know the syllabus, if you know what to read, how to read them, this exam will become a piece of cake for you. It's easy with your exam, though, okay? So in order to get through the exam pattern, what you have to do? You have to go through the previous year questions. Okay? PYQ बनाओ लगे, PYQ सावो लगे. Okay? So when I say PYQ, I'm particularly talking about from 2012 till present. Go through all the question papers. Question paper pura kuribi. Now I want to share one thing with you guys. See, every year mo edu kuri batange, explain hange. PYQ survey, PYQ survey. They used to collect the question paper like either you can get this from website or you website te pop or you can all get this from your seniors. Okay, like those who have given the exam, la puranga question and jama guni puro pare. But I realized that this it is even effective nowadays because as far as kan what I've noticed is so okay, you have to spoon feed them. What a spoon feed karo lagi. So what I'm doing now, I've just started this work last week. PYQ, what I'm doing is now I'm segregating all the PYQs into subject specific. Geography la, unity of the present, alag. Polity la, unity of the present, every year la I do, year by year basis. So that, see, because why I'm doing this is, tahan ye puri bhi koi bhi, hoy tahan, yeah, some are very sincere again. They get the question papers. They go through also. I believe they go through also, but effective nahi. So I'm taking another extra step now. Year wise, I'm doing a split for each subject. Quality 2012 itu han, 2030 itu han, 2040 itu han. Likewise, general science, she said all the subjects, but only achiever students will get this. Then hopefully, in a couple of weeks, I'll be done with this. Okay, so those students like who have been a part of achievers will notify in the group and they'll get it for free. Okay, soft copy no, but print going one time they didn't have to spend any amount of rupees. So this I was thinking, I've been thinking a lot about this. In Aguilan, it'll help them to excel in every subject. Topic wise, there'll be another maybe in some other time. Okay, we don't have time also. More of our prelims to come in November and we're at the end of October, right? I mean September, yeah. So let's see, but hopefully, I mean, hopefully all over, but may not be right now, okay? So what I'm doing is I've geography kotomunite, general science class, okay? So time pale, if I get enough time, 2 3 days la kami as okay? So this is one of the initiatives, and achievers another initiative is those for those of achievers. See, once their regular coaching period is over, usually in other institutes, they don't get supplementary. What do you call? Alag institute to like supplementary course kan in a regular na থাকে. Okay, but here like once they join Achievers Academy, we give them occasional crash course like this. Okay, so I believe there are many achiever students who are attending this crash course for free, right? Okay, others are paying for this, but they're getting for this. So this is our second crash course. Okay, next year we'll be coming with another main crash course. It'll be free for them. Williams mock test series free for them. Mains mock test series free for them. Mock interview free for them. So there are many number of times till they reach 35 years of age. Kiman bar ayane crash course lo monjay lifetime free. Okay, so why we do this is because we're serious about your future. Last evening we make with Asian. I like good thing. We are serious about you. The problem is you are not serious about yourself, right? Sometimes I feel like I'm more serious about their future than they themselves. So I don't know how far this is true. Sasabi hope I hope I but we do a lot of things. We think a lot of things for them. Kina ulit ana kam easy ho. Kina gonna tangi push kuru. Le nijo hi na jai. Nagas are so much into this mindset because someone always have to push you, right? So we have to you please come out of this mentality. Okay? We are doing as much on our side. And I'm telling you, if you do the equal part on your side, for example, possible. Okay. So PYQ, it may take a couple of weeks, but before exam, no already one. Okay. But as I have said, for achievers, it's free. And let's see if you guys are sincere, if your attendance is, see, if your attendance is more than 600 every evening, I'll be giving you the current affairs copy free. You'll also be getting the PYQ free. So, if you do, but you mind your attendance. Okay. Every evening your attendance should be 600 plus. I just every first class to say it's only 480. That's still a good number, but there are around 850 registered. So where there is, okay? So your job is very simple. You just attend the class and you're getting for free rate. You do type it corner for like you don't use every drive. Okay. So let me see something from you. Okay. Let me see some sincerity from your side. We don't mind giving you Nagaland, we will more video. I don't mind. Okay. But I don't want this to go waste. If you are not sincere, somebody else will deserve it better, right? Okay. So I'm telling you from now, your tonight's attendance is only 480 something. But from tomorrow, if you can maintain 600 every evening till the entire course, everybody will get current affairs copy free, current affairs booklet free. You'll get the POAQ copy free. Stop the video. Okay. Around mga last study material video. Okay. And the geography book which I'm writing is almost getting over. I'm writing one geography book. Hindi almost kotong wala. Hindi stop your video. No, I'm not lying. But you should also prove some sincerity from your end, right? Yeah. Or I think you should now keep pushing yourself. Even share in the group, in your WhatsApp group, you can also like push each other to attend the class. Okay. Okay. So please start with PYQ. Now many aspirants they are confused. Okay, I want to prepare for NPSC, but where do I start? Net again. So you start with PYQ. Okay. You start with PYQ. You start with the syllabus. Now you're once you're comfortable with this, again the problem comes from the subject approval. Usually I tell them you start with the subject which you like best. Okay. So for NPSC prelims, what is the syllabus here? So NPSC comes in three stages: prelims, the main exam, and interview. Okay. In prelims, there'll be 200 questions. If you make mistake, there'll be a penalty of 0.33. So cutoff usually, see, cutoff has been hovering above 100. So puila time 94, 87 in it, but a point of time has come where even after scoring 110 score happy confident not again. Think about the day where I scored 123.765 and I still failed prelims. So idula buhi jasi magi 115 pale kita wado ay mawani ki 120 pale komti asni idu babi thi. Okay, idula phobia the buhi jasi. Okay, so scoring 110 is a big issue out of 200 and given the syllabus here. Okay, so prelims is only qualifying in nature. No matter how much marks you score will not carry over. Okay, like out of 200, let's say you score 199, which is impossible. 199 पहले भी, this mark will not carry over because prelims is only qualifying in nature. Okay, so in prelims there will be 200 marks. There will be negative marking, and here the selection ratio is 1:10, meaning if there is one job, regardless of how many people give the exam, NPSC will select 10%. Okay, if there are two jobs in prelim stage, 20. So the selection ratio in prelims is for every job which NPSC advertise, there will be 10 people selected in prelim stage. Okay, and particularly for me, NPSC is the most tricky paper. Okay, which is tricky as in. Okay? So if I have to sit for mains exam right now, even without preparation, I have this that much confidence that I'll get through the exam. Pass now, whatever, but mains though, I feel like right now without preparation exam, will you pass one again? But prelims, I'm scared. I have to really study. Okay, at least 2 3 weeks of revision. Bhalwa jabo lage. Okay, so prelims is the most tricky paper. See, even people who earlier they get job, come final thakile next year the prelims fail whole line everything. Okay, so there is no guarantee ki you crack prelims once. I mean, there's no guarantee that you get a job. Since you're already chalo, maybe like you get a class two job or you get SA. There's no guarantee that you crack prelims again next year. Okay, who guarantee that? Okay, and prelims is quite tricky in nature. Okay, so that is one thing which I want you guys to know. Okay, prelims, because the nature of syllabus is going to be quite vast, which we will see here. So in prelims, this is your syllabus. This is the prelim syllabus. Indian history. You don't get confused with world history. Okay, world history the question nahi. Kita ba ahil ekta, nale max data. Okay, vicious sound I haven't here. So don't even bother yourself, by burden yourself by reading world history, world geography, world politics, world economics on exam then nahi. Okay, so in Indian history, we can further classify this into ancient history, medieval history, and modern history. So in history, we are going to study all those events which have taken place 2000 years before Christ was born. Okay, BC times Puru. Okay, in medieval history, we'll talk about the era of Muslims like Muhammad of Ghazni, Muhammad of Ghori. Modern history, advent of Europeans. From prelims perspective, please give heavy focus to modern history, especially that section between 1857 to 1947. This period is known as Indian national movement. So try to know everything and anything about everything and anything on those events which have taken place here. Okay. So for this upcoming prelims, Lamai goes there. Okay. We have hardly about, let's say, 50 days. 50 days, let's say 45 days until prelims. 45 to 50 days. So in 45 to 50 days, do you think you can crack prelims, guys? What are your chances of What are your chances of cracking prelims? Let's say you're not a veteran, but you have just started preparation. Let's say you have started your preparation only this year. So you think you can't crack exam like given this many days? Okay, we can do a strategy, and my prediction of you cracking prelims is like 99%. See, it won't make sense if you try to study all the subjects now, right? So I'll tell you something, I'll share with you something, I'll give you some guidance, but at the end of the day, you decide. Okay, you decide. Now I'm going to discuss with you some subjects which, if you study sincerely, prelims pass over like bisi chances है, okay, and especially Series A and B just for sitting arrangement. Yeah, series is just for sitting arrangement. All the questions will be same. Just that questions will be jumbled up. So don't worry about the series A, B, C, or D, whatever. Okay. So here, let's see from your prelim syllabus. Let us try to help you single out some subjects so that you study these subjects and increase your chance of getting to the exam. With about 50 days left, I want advise you to study all the history part. My advice will be ancient Chardivi, medieval Olop Purivi, medieval you study Delhi Sultanate, and you do Mughals. See, I don't have space to write here, that's why I'm not writing. But for those of you who have been preparing since this year, let's say, you take note of this. I'm telling you, you can still crack prelims. I have that much confidence in you. So you should also have confidence in yourself. Yeah. A lot putting it so you have read something in CAB, right? Or even if you haven't read, you can still take a gamble and there's a high chance of you getting through the exam. Now, while I'll be no worries, right? You're going to learn a lot of things. Okay. So every day, let's say you're going to give 8 to 10 hours effort. A recorded session, previously we used to do, but it's quite strenuous, so I've stopped doing that. But I think someone in the class can do the recording, right? Like you can do some screen recording or maybe like Willa in our Kure, Kumba, okay? Some people they were doing in the group and later they'll share for their friends like who are unable to join class. Okay. So those of you who can do the recording, well and good. Okay. But very sorry, like that's not happening on my side because I'm very busy now. I don't even have time for editing because recording one class like data bishi khai. Or editing grow to bishi time lagi. Okay. So since I'm not that tech savvy, okay, maybe next year I'm let's see. But be sure to please try to deal with this. But anytime, any point of time, if you have doubt on anything, any subject, you let me know. Okay, text me or you can even call up, but not at 12 midnight. I may shout at you. So out of ancient, medieval, modern, we'll choose medieval. You study Delhi Sultanate and Mughal history. Okay, Mughal dynasty. Mughal also, I'll give you my suggestion. Go for early Mughal era. Who are those early Mughals? Like Babur, Humayun, Akbar, Jahangir, Shah Jahan, Aurangzeb. Okay, itu anda Puri Balwa. Okay, and give focus on Akbar. Okay, it's like giving importance to high school students, right? Okay. Anyway, I'm telling you, this is a gamble, right? This is a gamble. You can't take me to court again. I'm telling you from now, this is just a gamble. And we are trying to devise some strategy which might, elevate your performance in prelims. So you can't tell me like I said the day you said Ethiopia Hebo Tadeba Hanai. You can't take me to court. I'm telling you from now, my hands are clean. So Delhi Sultanate, slave dynasty, Khilji dynasty, Tughlaq, Said and Lodi dynasty. Full. Okay. From here, give importance to Alauddin Khilji, give importance to Iltutmish, give importance to Sikandar Lodi, and Feroz Shah Tughlaq. Charta king there. I'm telling you exact question I will. And also, please go through the Ghazni invasion. Okay, Muhammad of Ghazni. Ghazni has invaded India 17 times. So the 17 the ekta hai. Okay, it's short up to me, but I feel like okay, I have a strong conviction that key. One question is going to be asked in this section. So go through this. Okay, from the 17 invasions, you can expect one question. 17 invasions of Ghazni. Chalo. So there is medieval. Now coming to modern, you area time na, we don't have time now, so I don't want you to burden yourself by studying so many things. Take Purividu. Okay, you focus heavily on Indian national movement. No regrets. Okay. But Indian geography, you study fully. Okay. Full period. Okay. Full. For those achiever students, I have come out with an updated geography material. But I don't know whether it'll be advisable for you to go through all again. Basically, it's 80 to 90% similar. So there are some few additions. But I'm not sure because given the time frame now, and you're already studying the previous version, right? The old notes. So 80%, 80 to 90% is almost same, but I've made few additions. Okay, addition matlab updation. Okay, updating the data. Update kuishe kumba addition kuishe. But I don't really recommend now because 80 to 90% of sub AKS pro almost AKS. So maybe you can just go through that for now. Okay. So for Indian polity, then we go selective. Shall I give some suggestions and I will fine. Which you guys are okay. We can go through topics like fundamental rights, fundamental duties, parliament, state government. Any see for geography textbook, you please go through NCRT. NCRT classic to 12 Balora, okay? So once you're done with this, I'll tell you what next to study, okay? So this NCRT book set, you'll find at Achievers Academy coaching centers, okay? Book source kumba dedo sob napai. So we have kept ready-made sets, okay? You'll find it at Achievers Academy, all the centers, okay? So for polity, we're going selective. Parliament, state government, then schedules, borrowed features, important articles, and amendments. This will cover the bulk of political questions. Okay, my prediction. Okay, let's see how accurate my prediction will be. Or for CSET, I'll come there. I'll come there. Okay, you wait. So for Indian economics, you cannot skip planning. Yeah, even 10 NCRT supplementary is very good. Okay? NCRT la do economics, NCRT la polity balas de. Mano bishe bag itu na pure. So for Indian polity, okay, for Indian geography, it's NCRT. What about for okay? When I say Indian national movement, maybe I should also suggest you the books, right? Or I'm already having the assumption that you have the required books, or you want me to suggest some books also. What do you think? What's your option, Mr. Babun? By the way, Vishadi, I still say your name is Future XEAC, okay? Future XEAC. Okay, for Indian national movement, you go for spectrum. Our spectrum, the last page come index, and please go through that. Okay? You know what I used to do during exams? Full na pare. Every time I'll go index, igla pune jabo, 5-6 marks by. Okay? Towards the last part of spectrum, you'll find indexes like list of books or Indian national, INC sessions, social religious movements. Okay? Between gender, it's good, but not advisable now. Okay? Not advisable now. Book balasa balik time na ito. No. And we are not going for conceptual now. Ito concept for time na ito. Okay? Sonali Bansal is also good. Both are equally good. Okay? For polity, you can purchase this. I think everybody knows this book, right? Lakshmikant. Is there anyone who has gone through at least one time? Anyone? Okay, great. Let me also share my experience. Yeah, Bible as Civil Service. So people, this used to be a meme like Delhi day when I was preparing there, Manoan Damale Gure. You study Lakshmikant so much that you feel like you're Lakshmikant. Apun lagta hai Lakshmikant. Okay? Lakshmikant over pure devi ke nijo Lakshmikant lage nijo in enas teste puncho lage. So as far as Lakshmikant is concerned, notes from Spectrum you can make, but not now. Not now. It's not the time to make notes. Yeah, whatever notes you have, you study. If not, don't make notes. So I was sharing. As far as Lakshmikant is concerned, I've read this book at least 30 times. Okay, 30. Not bragging, but initially it took me about 40 days to finish this book. But nowadays, if I do sincerely, 8-10 hours the revision khatam ho jaye. Okay, so I'm not even saying I'm last this thing, but iman tak to puri dishi. Okay, so Indian when it comes to Indian economics, Indian economy, you do planning. See, Indian economy, it's very hard to prescribe books, but there is this one book which Amnihan lagi lo, I can tell you one book. Class 12, macroeconomics lagi ni. Okay, class 11, 12 lah textbook lagi deh. Class 11 and 12, you'll find this CBSE lah kitab lagi deh. I can't recollect the outro now, but later I can show you the picture. So the CBSE wala, don't go for the micro wala, but go for macroeconomics because this is MPSC relevant. Many aspirants, they also used to prescribe books like Ramesh Singh. Whoever has come across Ramesh Singh, can you kindly put a raise a thumbs up there? Who is this guy? If you can hear me, please mute your microphone. If you can hear me, please mute your microphone. Microphone kilo on good if you're not responding. Okay. Who is this guy? Okay. Successfully muted. The Puro book is also good. SK Agarwal, I think it's not SK Agarwal, but I'll click the book and show you later. Okay, I'll click and share the book in the group later. You can go through this. So Ramesh Singh, yeah, I see that a lot of you have this book. Even me, I purchased this book, Ramesh Singh. I think I've read at least 5 times. After reading 5 times, which took me about 2 months, I realized that Ramesh Singh is not MPSC relevant. Ramesh Singh is good, but not relevant from MPSC perspective. Okay, so yeah, I'm not saying the book is good. Kumba book bishi bal thage, but exam na nahi. What's the point, right? Okay. So from Indian, even Vivek Singh book is also good. Okay, GK Sethi is also okay. So I feel like you guys have a very good source of different books. So that's quite impressive. So from economics perspective, notes from academies, Hafiz, see, I won't say our notes are bad, but NPSC, the scope of NPSC is very wide. So we can't always ask you to rely on the notes alone. Say for example, I'll give you one example. Whenever we make notes from any subject, let's say for example polity or any subject, we extract those things. Tarun Goyal is good, but before you go for Tarun Goyal should be used for revision, okay, not for core preparation. See, coming to notes making, VCD was asking like, will the academy notes be enough? Academy notes will never be enough. Why? Because say for example, like polity subject. If we want to give a comprehensive notes, then we have to copy paste, right? So instead of copy pasting the notes and direct electrical, they have. But whenever we give you notes, we extract those important points so that it can help you to go for quick revision. It can help you understand better in a simple language. That is what the notes are for. Okay, not saying that the notes are bad or nothing like that, but the notes are meant for quick revision and even Shankar. There are lots of good books in the market nowadays. Okay, yeah. So from economics perspective, planning is one area you can't ignore. The planning, then like current affairs perspective, like personalities. So when I say personalities, I'm talking about questions like who is the current SBI chairman? SBI chairman. Who is the current RBI governor or Monetary Fund managing director? You can expect questions from personalities, from rankings, current repo rate, reverse repo rate, ranking of Indian World Economic Forum, passport index, poverty index, okay, economic freedom index. So these are areas where questions will frequently be asked. Like as far as economy is concerned, you can be more current affairs related. Okay, current affairs perspective. You have to give more importance to from current affairs perspectives. That's what I'm saying. Coming to Nagaland, you can refer those books we have mentioned earlier, Kira M books, along with see these books are good, but they are not enough. Okay, try to supplement with government reports from Nagaland Post. Okay, also from current affairs. So those books which you already have, those are static. Okay, current affairs kind of like Nagaland this year has been winning a lot of awards. You can expect questions from upcoming books. Yeah, yeah, that is highly recommended. Okay, not only because it's my book, but because I'm not looking for book sales, but yeah, they're good from exam perspective. I'm not saying that if you book Nalil NPC pass no to Conway, but that will make your job easier. Okay? Tomorrow book to forget about it, like it's not even in the market anymore. With all due honor to Mr. Tungo. Then in general sense, okay, so we're trying to figure out which subjects you have to study, right? Okay. So Indian history may medieval, modern, Purivi, modern day, Indian national movement, polity day, whatever topics we have listed out, you study this. Fundamental rights, fundamental duties, okay, even DPSP, okay, then parliament, state government, schedules, borrowed features, important articles and amendments. Bulk of the question, Tadavayo. Economics, focus on plumbing, focus on personalities, focus on indexes and rankings. I've mentioned four topics. I hope you guys are writing down, right? I don't have space to scribble everything, okay? So try to listen carefully and write down. Then Nagaland, all aspects. Focus on Nagaland history and focus on Nagaland geography. Exam perspective. Say. I've shared this with another a group of class, but when it comes to Nagaland from prelims perspective, focus on Nagaland history and Nagaland geography. When it comes to Nagaland polity, please give heavy focus to village council, VDB, and communitization. Okay, kita buat question bisi air gitu. Then general sense, focus heavily on human biology. Know everything and anything about the human body, like the bones, the muscles, the important organs like kidneys, liver. I didn't get your question here. You were asking about one VDB thing. Okay? So in Nagaland polity, village council. Village council is very important. Like last year prelims, we in that questionation means we pasta questionation. See, NPSC is now giving so much importance and focus to grassroots level governance. So I hope you guys are able to catch it when they say grassroots level governance, right? Then she said, give heavy focus to reasoning. Okay? 70% to reasoning, 30% to the numericals. So Indian history, I'll repeat once more since one of you have asked. Indian history, go for medieval. Okay? Medieval and modern. Ancient question, not kumti hai. But if at all you want to study ancient, you can focus on art and culture. Art and culture, Harappa civilization, Jainism, Buddhism, Sikhism, and Gupta. Okay, iman egla purely भी काफी है because we don't have time now. Okay, in fact, whatever I'm sharing also like should be quite enough. For ancient, focus on art and culture. So in art and culture, what are those things we include? Art and culture, the key include like dancers, right? Dancers, sculptor, monuments, festivals. Okay. Then in modern history, the economy I've mentioned four things. Economy I've mentioned planning, history of planning. 5 years of planning থাকে না? Okay. History of planning लिखे विषय you can write Niti Aayog. Okay, by the way, guys, who is the current vice chairman of Niti Aayog? Niti Aayog. So economics, I am talking about vice chairman, not chairman. Chairman, everybody knows is Modi. Even NPC is fed up of Modi. NPC भी होती Modi ला. Yes, Suman Berry is right. So planning, Niti Aayog, then personalities, economics thing, like RBI governor, SBI chairman, International Monetary Fund managing director, then rankings, okay, rankings. So those are the four things I wanted to give focus on economics. Medieval history, one of you was asking. So medieval history, Delhi Sultanate, and Mughals. Okay, Mughals. So when it comes to Mughals, we focus on Akbar. So general science, biology. What about current affairs? Okay, now we'll do marking. For polity, I would recommend both. Okay, I would recommend even Lakshmikan and also the NCRT. Highly recommendable. But now we don't have time, so just focus on Lakshmikan and those certain topics, selective topics, selective dividend. 50 days Lakshmikan full puli na paro. Okay, so that'll be a Herculean task. Current affairs, see, you can expect about 30 questions from current affairs. From computer, expect about 5 to 7 marks. From CSET, expect about 24 to 26 marks. General science, expect about 25 to 27 marks. Nagaland, last 5 years, around 30 questions will come from Nagaland. Okay. Economics, about 7 to 10 questions. Polity, about 10 to 15 questions. Indian geography, about 18 to 22 questions. History, about 30 to 40. So that will be the rough bracket of marks. See, in prelims, usually there's no mark weightage, no mark distribution. Okay, but from last decade years of experience, these are the areas where questions are usually asked. See, she said, I can't tell you like this topic is particularly important, but if I have to ask you, give you some topics, then you can expect question from logic reasoning, like blood relation, then series and sequence, blood relations, series and sequence. Hey, reasoning basically like there's no such particular topic which should be like shared. Okay, it's even risky. Okay, reasoning that's so pro like. See, for instance, last prelims, not a single question came from numerical. Numerical by every hand last year. What are reasoning by? Okay, that's why I'm saying 70% focus on reasoning. Okay, reasoning. See, reasoning are those stuffs where you solve questions by analysis, like formula na thakibo. Yeah, coding, decoding, yeah. So all this will come under reasoning. Okay, coding, decoding, assumption type come, okay, arrangement types come, like blood relation types come, okay, clock come, okay, endless topics. So from current affairs, you expect questions from this Olympics. We expect question from Grand Slam. Expect question from awards. Awards, with their endless awards. So all this will be concisely given in our study material. Okay? Current affairs study material. So if you guys are able to maintain the solid 600 plus attendance every evening, then 600 copies you'll get for free. Okay, each one of you. So I'll be checking the attendance from now on. Current affairs, the scope is very wide. Let's see if I get time, maybe 3 4 days prior to prelims, I'll take one class on current affairs, okay, 2 3 classes, just to give you some guidance. So it's a little too premature to study about, to prepare, I mean, to read about mains. But in case you happen to crack prelims and mains exam, you'll give for 3 days, okay, Indian exam day. But anyway, let's reserve this for later on. So once you crack prelims exam, we'll be there to give you mains guidance again. So guys, we can have a question answer hour now. If you have any questions, then you can put forward your questions. Okay, so Billy Kiri has asked one question. So can you kindly review our geography academy notes and estimate its adequacy for the prelims notes? Okay. Review our geography notes. See, actually, the geography notes which we are giving out in the academy, that's my notes. That's my personal notes, which I've compiled from around 8, 9, 10 sources. Okay? Which I've compiled over the last 5, 6 years. So what I've been doing in 6 years, you're getting at one go, right? But geography is one subject which you have to keep updating. Update could have okay? Because it keeps updating. Ecology, environment, biodiversity, computer you can expect about 5 to 7 questions. See, before NPSC hardly asks questions on computer, but with advancement in technology, like a lot of computer questions are being asked nowadays. So we can't ignore computer. Ecology, environment, and biodiversity is also equally important. Like since the world is becoming more ecologically sensitive, okay? Questions on ecology have been asked. NPSC Guru book is very good for prelims, but only for revision. Okay, revision. So pura khatama bhi last day for you. That should be like a revision type. Indian, yes, it's for economy only Indian geography. I mean Indian economy. So let me take your questions from before. The answer Lucy, shall we take notes from Spectrum? It's important to make notes for exam, but now is not the time to make notes. Okay, Holika. So Screwhead, sir, for NPC, do we need good? Or so Screwhead is asking, sir, for NPC economy, do we need to good deep? You can just the basics will do. Okay, basics. You don't have to. Okay, so someone is bringing about a 2 times quality. Ramesh Singh is good, but I wouldn't advise. I won't advise. SK Agarwal book is also good. Macro, okay, macro. Serpuro book is okay, fine, good. Nitin Singhania, Art and Culture, it's a little vast. I've gone through the book 5 6 times, but still, Nitin Singhania. For UPSC, it's very good art and culture. But NPSC, if you're done with all the other books, then you can go through Nitin Singhania. It's advisable, but not now. Okay. Scare Garwal, what about 10 by Arihan? 10 to 12 and 30 by Arihan. See, Odisang, I'm telling you, like these days, there are many good books in the market. So I won't say it's bad. Okay, but if you're having too many book sources, then that also tends to create confusion sometimes. Okay? So this one, if you're following 10 to 12 NCRT by Arihan, then you cannot strictly follow the book. Okay, and don't mix with too many other sources. So that's for this one's question on 10 to 12 NCRT by Arihan. Indian Economy Development NCRT, I think that book is not so necessary. Vivek Singh is also fine. DK Sethi, okay, Madam Brain, if you have DK Sethi, can I see the contents? Arun Goyal GK, last as a measure of last resort. Economics Made Easy by Tim Benthang. I haven't come across this book, but whoever has this book can show me the contents and maybe I can try to figure out. But I believe it won't be a bad book. Bali ho, because even Tim Ben is a people, she knowledgeable manu, like he has quite many exams. So might be a good book, but I haven't come across it. Book bal thayo pare hali mo dikhani. Okay. Because Eco to maybe we should be not alone. Eco is my Achilles tendon. Sankar Ganesh. Sankar Ganesh will be annoying. Would you recommend a book by Thira M? We have discussed about this. M Tungola is hard to find. M Tungo, that's MCQ book. If you can grab one, well and good. Yeah, NC for polity, Avika Jimumi, yes, I recommend again. Like class 11 wala polity. But I am afraid like now it may not be the right time to read that book. That'll help you to grasp the concepts very nicely. NCRT polity. A small red book. It costs 115 rupees, 115. YouTube channel. There are lots of YouTube channels nowadays. Glucose. Books. You can follow one YouTube channel like which you can try. Nature Trigonist. Like there are lots of what to say, lots of teachers who teach free online class. So for CSET, you can follow whichever teacher like suits you. Paralympics is important. Okay, Paralympics, especially Naga performance. Okay, Hotoka Hotoje. Alanam Ayopare or question may be asked like in which category at 57 Kemandur Pelasia 14.65 bronze. So you never know, they might ask what medal he won bronze by. What if they ask Nagaland government, come on, Pusa Deshe? You can prepare on those things. Assertion and reasoning part B, it's important. Okay, alam li alam. Assertion and reasoning, aja bili question bi share. Yes, for medieval reads can be taken. So geography, some topics for geography. Geography, the topic iman nahi, dosta topic hai geography. So geography, just study everything. Yeah, Mahesh Kumar Barnwal is quite good. Okay, that's quite good. In fact, it's an elaborate, what is it, elaborate composition of NCRTs. M.K. Barnwal, a very good book for history. I also used to refer the book. Sixth written by Arihan. Lucien GK is last measure of resort. Reliable, she said YouTube channel. Since I don't follow, she said to, well, I'm movie but I don't follow YouTube thing, so I'm not very familiar. But I can definitely try and give it a check. Manohar Pandey like would be balase, but guys, why don't you go for standard books? Standard books, puri bhi all those Manohar Pandey, like Lucien GK, Arihan GK, like some datas are not reliable there. Study IQ is good. Okay, study IQ is good for current affairs. Arihan, MK Barnwal history is good. Manish Ranjan Gayatri is also fine. If you can grab hold of Tungo's book, very good. Okay, Tungo la book bhi biyano hai puro pare. For current affairs, can we stick to the academy? Yeah, for the time you can stick to academy. But see, current affairs, the scope is very vast. Sometimes you don't even know from where they accept questions. Yeah, one put a current affairs, so like out of 30, 10 questions on two nahi. So sometimes I feel like I've covered exhaustively current affairs, but still there, a sizable number of questions which come from completely outside our sphere. Okay. So computer book for both NPSC and SSB, it'll be Sir Atoka book. Okay, Atoka book. Mag book for geography, that's also good. So anyway, a lot of questions were thrown, and I believe we had a fun time learning. Any more queries? Okay, what is tomorrow? Let's see. Maybe we'll start with either polity or history. Okay, tomorrow that's their class. So from tomorrow's class, it will be subject specific. So try to be sincere. Current affairs for last 1 year will not be enough. Go for 2 years because the definition of current definition narrow. Current affairs called current 6 months now, 1 year, 2 years. There's no fixed time. Okay, so it's best to go for like at least 1.5 years. So if prelims is happening in November this year, then you go November, let's say from February last year, okay, which could be quite exhausting. One good book for general science, Arihan. Okay. The tomorrow's class link will be shared only in this group, yeah, only in your group. So those who are interested to join this class, they can text me personally. Yeah, so anyway, that's all for tonight, guys. Thank you all so much for joining, for your queries, and I hope we had a good time learning. Okay. So looking forward to have fun time learning with all of you. Okay. So tomorrow's timing and everything will be updated later on. Okay. So that's all for tonight, guys. Thank you all so much for joining. Study well, eat well, sleep well. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Chalo, good night, everyone.
Good night, sir. Thank you.
Chalo, chalo.